What's up, guys? It's Ricky with Rapscan Gaming coming at you with some Destiny beta gameplay. And I wanted to give you guys today my first impressions of the Destiny beta, mainly focusing on the player versus environment aspect, or the quote-unquote campaign of the game. So what you're looking at here in the background is one of the final missions, if not the final mission actually, where I'm going to be defending an area against the Hive as they're dropping in here. And this is one of the most epic parts of the entire campaign that I've played so far, and I really wanted to show this off to you guys. So first off, some of the things that I really enjoy about the game, one of which being the Hive. I really enjoy playing against this type of enemy just because of how many variations there are of it. Like you have the Wizard right here, which is kind of like the Overseer, if you will. He almost seems like he controls the other Thrallers, whatever they're called. Whereas the Thrallers really are more like the ravaging flood from the Halo series. They just come running straight at you with no regards of their own health, kind of like suicide bombers. So it's really nice to have that blend of right in your face action with another enemy in the back trying to flank you. Essentially, it's a lot of fun, very hectic, and there's a lot of good encounters with them in the beta. The next thing I like about the beta, of course, are the graphics. Destiny is a beautiful game. Everything from the lighting to the shadows to the way that your weapons glisten whenever you fire them. It's such an amazing looking game. Although it only runs on 30 frames per second, I noticed no hiccups whatsoever. And I was just amazed at the skybox in the background with the lighting that this game has. It is really good looking. I also really enjoy how there's the different classes you can choose from while playing the game. It gives it a lot of replayability going through and playing as a different style. Really gives me a Borderlands vibe while you get to play as a soldier, then come back as a sniper class or a hunter. It's really cool. I really enjoy playing as the Warlock. His special attacks and grenades that you get are really enjoyable. I love the glide. It's just a really enjoyable experience, and can't wait to try out the other classes and see how it changes up the gameplay. I feel like they really optimized the controller as well. Some of the things I really like is whenever you do a super, how you actually have to hit both LB and RB at the same exact time. It really feels like you're actually just Kamehamehaing them with the Nova Bomb, as you'll see here in just a second as the Hive come through. And then also, like whenever you pull out your super weapon or your third weapon, like you actually have to hold down the Y button as opposed to just tapping it to swap between your primary and secondary weapons, like any other first-person shooter really. But whenever you pull out that super weapon and hold down the Y button, like it actually feels like you're pulling out this heavy weapon and getting ready to destroy anything that comes in your path. And I really enjoy how they did that. Some other things like the double jump and other things that you unlock during your time playing the beta are some really nice additions. It's nice, almost like a Crackdown feel, how you start off kind of really basic and then you become this unstoppable force whenever you unlock things. Is really neat. I also really enjoy how there's the different classes you can choose from while playing the game. It gives it a lot of replayability going through and playing as a different style. Really gives me a Borderlands vibe while you get to play as a soldier, then come back as a sniper class or a hunter. It's really cool. I really enjoy playing as the Warlock. His special attacks and grenades that you get are really enjoyable. I love the glide. It's just a really enjoyable experience, and can't wait to try out the other classes and see how it changes up the gameplay. Now let's get into some things that I don't actually like about the beta so far. I really don't like how the game in itself is almost in a way misleading as well. I mean, really, as far as the hype has been here so far, the game is really not an open world experience at all. It's actually quite linear. The mission levels themselves are kind of bigger, but it really almost reminds me of Super Mario 64, where when you would jump into a painting, you had a mission that you were going to go on. Once you complete that mission, you had to jump out of the painting, jump back in to do the next mission, which was kind of annoying, honestly. I really was expecting something along the lines of like Fallout or Skyrim, like an open world experience where I would just kind of run into different missions or layers that I would be able to go into, but it's not really that at all. Everything is almost really predetermined for you. I also was really disappointed in how they didn't go into the backstory of the different factions like the Fallen or the Hive, which again, this is the beta, so they very well may do that in the actual release of the game, but I was really looking forward to seeing some actual backstory. That was one of the main things I really loved about the Bethesda games that I've played so far. Skyrim and of course Fallout 3 that I'm actually playing as of right now. The backstory that they provided for the different factions and characters was something that just is what caused me to play 80 plus hours of Skyrim, an embarrassing amount of time on a video game. But Destiny really seems like a game that has the potential to do that, but wasn't executed really at all in the beta. Other than a couple of nitpicky things like the fact whenever you sprint you can't really turn your head as fast as you normally would, the best way I can describe it is if you're thrusting with a ghost in Halo, how you can't turn. It's kind of that same thing, but again, that's kind of nitpicking. Other than that, I'm enjoying the beta so far. It's definitely not going to be a Halo killer, especially in the multiplayer side of things. It is no way, shape, or form going to be taking over that. So Halo is definitely remaining king of the arena shooter. I really do enjoy the campaign, and I'm probably going to pick up Destiny to play that alone. It looks really, really enjoyable. But these are my opinions on the beta so far, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching. Rapscalina!